If you own an entire S&P 500 index, like a lot of you do, I want you to watch this entire video to the end and before you make another financial decision in the market. Because what most people think they own in the S&P 500, they don't actually own. They own two completely different things. And I'm gonna break this down to you because most people think the S&P 500 means you own a piece of 505 companies, diversified, spread across the entire economy. Well, that's what they told us. And I want to give you the reality of it. And the reality of it is 10 stocks make up 41% of the entire index. And 10 put together and you take 5 out of that, then those 5 make up about 95% of the market. And 70% of it is then tied to 3 companies that's locked into AI. So now, what do you really own? I want you to listen to that again. So think about it, NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Meta, Amazon, Google, those are the names running the S&P 500. So when they run, and the market is running, but when they lag in the market kind of slows down a little bit and it can pull back and you can panic and the whole index feels like it's falling apart, even if you got 495 other companies that's actually doing pretty good. And I want you to understand that. So in this video, what I'm gonna do is break down to you how the S&P is actually constructed, why these companies own it, another option that you can be thinking about, but the pros and cons of that, and how we can truly put ourselves in position to win. So before we get into it, man, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and share this out. Help us to get to 2,000 likes in this video because we really want you to start doubling down, tripling down, because I know y'all need this. How the S&P 500 is actually weighed and what it means to be diversified. Now, just rock with me right here because we're gonna get on this whiteboard and do some real work. Now, there's a concentration at the top in AI and semiconductors, which actually is now leading. So we're gonna get to this. So tech makes up more than 40, well, tech makes up about 60, 70% of the 41%. I wanna make sure I'm specific on that. But then AI makes up more than half of that. So it tells us that chips are dominant, we know that, and that's the pivot. And so that's why in this video, I really wanna show you what I mean by this breakdown. So let's get into it. So here's the top 10 stocks making up 41%, right? So we got NVIDIA making up 7.63%. We got Apple making up 6.71%. We got Microsoft making up 4.89%. Amazon 3.67%. Alphabet, Google A-class shares making up 2.46%. AVGO making up 2.65%. Google C-class making up 2.46%. Meta making up 2.2%, Tesla making up 1.75%, and then Berkshire Hathaway making up 1.54%. Now, the thing about that is these are the big dogs on the S&P. So you got to figure if it looks like this, then you figure they look something like this on the market, right? They make it up. Matter of fact, it might be something like this. All right. So this is them. And this is everybody else, right? Now we got to keep that in mind. Now what I want to show you is, let's get a little deep into it. So the direct semis are NVIDIA and AVGO, right? That's a total together 10.26% of the 41%. They make up about 32%. That's crazy. That's crazy. Now let's go a little further. Now 50% or 60% of the top 10 is funded by semis. So you got Apple, which is the iPhone chips and the silicone. You got Microsoft, which is AI data centers. Amazon, which is AWS. And then Meta, which is AI compute. Not to mention, you go with Google, which is now competing with OpenAI. So that's an AI competitor, right? And now we talking about a whole different ball game now. And so why does that matter? Well, because that matters when we look at it, NVIDIA makes up that. It tells us right now that if NVIDIA pulls back, then the index feels it. Think about it. The market really has been in a weird place with NVIDIA not moving. Now, even though we still got some rally, it's because semis was moving, but NVIDIA was holding it back. So the index feels it. Now, if AI spin slows down, the top 10 get weak and the market get dragged. Well, What have we been seeing? Well, at the beginning of the year, they've been saying there's a rotation out of AI, right? The AI spend is still booming, but there's a rotation out of AI, which has been dragging the market, which is why I bring up this concept, right? If the market rotates out of semis, then the market falls hard, but still could be positive. Now think about this for a second. AI spend has slowed down, especially with the war. AI was being dragged, so semis was being dragged, which means the whole market was being dragged in. But if you looked at SMH, which is the semiconductor ETF, we saw that certain stocks and semis, MU, SNDK, TER, WDC, these were running. Also, ASML and KLAC, also AMAT. Well, these are all in SMH. And if you look at SMH, it's up big. Why? Because even though the big semis was running, memory and equipment were holding up, which helps us understand that even though we own the S&P, right? When the big dogs are down, we got to find a way to navigate. Now, I think everybody should either be in semis, and I've been saying this for a while because that's the future, right? So you got to own that. Now, I want to break down my next level to this, which is the RSP, which is the equal weighted index, right? It's the equal weighted. So everything on here, this has 509 companies. The S&P has 505 companies. They're top 10. Now watch this. Everything over here in the RSP weighs about the same. So they got Ciena, 0.28%, SNDK, 0.25%, Corning, 0.25%, Western Digital, 2.04%, STX, 0.26%, Intel. Now think about this. Their whole top 10 is technology. And if you think about it, these companies are skyrocketing. But right now, it's only up 3.7%. But back in February, it was up 6%. Well, why is that? Well, because everything weighs the same, and because everything is equal weighted, as long as they being positive, they move it in. So no one has a real big effect on the market. So because semis, specifically memory, was running, it was balanced. Well, on the S&P 500, the big dogs was going down. So while the big dogs was going down, it was dragging. So the equal weight was outperforming. Well, now, watch this here. You have a lot of companies on the equal weight. You have a lot of companies on the equal weight that are what? Selling off or have sold off. So because it's an equal weight, it's only now up 3% because it has a total. But on the flip side, you see the S&P actually gaining momentum. And then you see SMH at all-time high. Well, Trap, like I don't even know why that's making sense to me. I don't know what you're saying right here. But what I'm saying is the equal weighted, you got to remember this, the equal weighted means everything has the same weight. No matter how big, no matter how small the company is, they all weigh the same. Whereas in the S&P, based on your market cap, you have a bigger weighting. Whereas in the SMH, it's only focused on what? ETFs. It's only focused on chips, right? And so now the chips were getting banged up by the war. Now the chips are being the first ones to rally out. We're looking at companies like MU, SNDK, TER, they running right now. They all are at all-time highs. We also see NVIDIA come back. It bottomed at about 169. It's now about 188, 185. It's coming out of that, right? What is that saying? I'm not saying that the market has turned all the way around, but what I am saying last year around this time, the market was, earlier this March 7th, around this time, the market was about 7% down. Now, it's just turned positive, and what has led the way? Semis. So, with all of these companies on that S&P 500 actually still down big, you see the semiconductors and the technology stocks turning around. So, what is moving the market? Well, semis. So we still got so many things down big, 10%, 5%, 8%. Think about it. Microsoft's still down. ServiceNow still down. These things are still down massively. But we are seeing AI-specific companies, semiconductors, AVGO, NVIDIA, we seeing them make a huge shift, and that's what's carrying the S&P. So one of the things I like to consistently say is we cannot have a rally without tech. And so that's one of the reasons why we've been trading tech heavy in my group. That's one of the reasons why we positioning ourselves heavy in our group. I made a post on Instagram the other day. I got 620 something shares of AVGO. I bought some more shares at about 140, 130, and it's up to 170 something right now. People was like, you tripping. My goal wasn't to try to find a bottom. My goal was to try to say, hey, this is a really great price. We got to stop trying to find a bottom. It's hard for us to price the bottom. But what we can do is what? Get in position. And that's what I want us to understand when we talk about this, right? I'm not saying we're about to just get into this huge rally because there's a lot of things still at stake. But you can see the market change. You can kind of see the momentum change. You can kind of see the shift change. You can kind of see the sentiment changing in the market. Why? Because tech is gaining momentum. Look at AVGO, look at NVIDIA, look at Google. These things are gaining momentum, and as they gain momentum, you'll see the market start to rally. Now, keep an eye out on SMH. As long as this is rallying, you can see. So what you gotta go do now is look for the leaders and wait till the leaders pull back to strike. I know you're like, man, Chap, I done missed it. For traders, this is what you should be looking for. Now remember, there's still a lot going on with the block it. Right? There's still a lot going on with that. And so what is America saying? Yo, the way to stop it is we gonna block it. Now we gonna block it, and y'all gonna block it. Nobody gets in, now we make a deal. Right? So that's what you're gonna look for. And what the market is saying is, the market is agreeing with that, like, that might be a play right there. And so the market is rallying on, what the market is going forward on is the market is saying, expectation. That's not a bad idea. So because that idea, I think we could get somewhere. It's not for us to agree or disagree. It's for us to look for leaders and figure out how can we get in the game. So I wanted to break that down for you. So if we're looking at tech, I want you to understand when people are saying, oh man, I ain't touching tech right now. We got to be saying, hey, listen, the market only rallies with tech. The world moving forward is tech. So when tech is down big, we supposed to be positioning ourselves. You got to be willing to endure for the short term so that we can make some money in the long term. Man, look, I hope this video helped y'all, man. Make sure you like and subscribe. And tell us in the comments which tech company you got your eyes on. And tell us in the chat what you want us to do next, what you want us to break down, what kind of content you want us to put out. We putting out trading content, we put out investing content, we putting out stock content, we putting out economic content. Our goal on this channel is to feed you every way we can, not just this hot stock. Because if you don't have context and you don't have details, you can't be successful in this market. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. When I say Wall Street looks like us now, I mean it's our time to use the market to buy back our freedom. Salute.